nightmare because
Good morning, dear professors and dear colleagues. At first, I'd like to say that I have no any potential conflict of interest to report. My case is about male patient, 70 years old, ex-smoker, not diabetic, not hypertensive. He's complained with severe typical chest pain, and his vital signs with blood pressure 160/100 and heart rate 80 per minute. His ECG showed extensive anterior segment elevation of artery infarction, and his echo showed ejection fraction 40% and a segmental wall motion abnormality in the form of akinesia with greater thickness affecting the LAD territory. So the patient was transferred to our coronary cath lab to do primary. His coronary algorithm showed normal left main coronary vessel. LAD was diffusely atherosclerotic without apparent calcification. It showed a critical lesion of its mid-segment. LCX was non-dominant, diffusely atherosclerotic, and was free of significant lesion. RCA was free of significant lesions. So the culprit vessel here is the LED that showed a critical segment and at its mid-segment. The decision was made to do primary PCI to this culprit vessel through Dopkin left 3.5 60 French guiding catheter, a Pico2 light support guiding wire was used to pass the critical lesion of the LED. And by the way, the wire passed so easily without any resistance. Then direct stenting using drug-eluting stent with a size of 2.75 and a length of 38 millimeter. The stent was advanced to the site of the lesion and inflated up to only 14 atmospheric pressure. By the way, this inflation pressure gives only 2.8 size. Unfortunately, at this point, I exhibited good result, but unfortunately, the dream became a nightmare. The nightmare was this catastrophe: a mid-segment LED perforation, class 3 LS calcification. Actually, I were in a very critical situation. My patient started to collapse. He complained of dyspnea, chest pain, and became very irritable. His blood pressure fell to 80/50. He started with a blood pressure around 160/100. Now he is 80/50. His heart rate raised to 100 per minute. And by look to the ECG tracing, I consider cardiac cancer.
was there any calcification in that?
Apparently, no calcification.
Anybody has opinion on this?
After I kept my timbers, I decided to do proximal prolonged balloon inflation in a trial to seal the perforation.
Really important point. I mean, I think you've been really unlucky here. I was watching that going, I'm seeing the marathon, but it was maybe a bit small. That's what I was thinking. I mean, it'd been worse if I'd been treating it. Treats the fellows every time you put a balloon in and down. Do a perf test. Do a perf test every time. Do you want to take a shot? Balloon back into the guy. Don't take it out because your pericardium is filled with blood by the time you've taken the shot, hasn't it? And now the patient's sick. If the balloon's in place, it can always go straight back up again. You have complete control. So take it to the algorithm.
I decided to use an artemis balloon with a size of 2.75 and a length of 20 millimeters. The balloon was advanced proximal to the size of the perforation and they inflated up to 8 atmospheric pressure for an average of 10 minutes. In the same time, I did a pericardiosynthesis because echo showed mild posterior pericardial collection with signs of tampering. Pericardiosynthesis was administration of IV fluid and IV norepinephrine in the same time of doing prolonged proximal balloon inflation in a trial to seal the perforation. Unfortunately, the perforation didn't seal. And the nightmare became a reality in this situation. How can I save my patient? I considered covered stent versus coil embolization versus surgery, but I decided to use the covered stent. Unfortunately, the ideal size of the life-saving covered stent here was not available. I was in need for a covered stent with a size of 2.75, but I didn't find it. And at this point, the nightmare became reality. I have a shock division due to cardiac tamponade, non-sealed coronary perforation, and the only life-saving covered stent was not available. What can we do? I thought that self-made covered stent may help in this. So I used an Artemis balloon with a size of 2.5 and a length of 20 millimeters, and the cut was cut from its hose box and was slightly inflated to make it cylinder and used as a cover to a drug-eluting stent resolute height 2.75 and 22 millimeter length. By this technique, I had a self-made covered stent formed of a drug-eluting stent with a size 2.75 and covered with a balloon with a smaller size, 2.5.
So we call it Sharif covered stent.
Actually, I read it in Mr. Plum's book, but I didn't do it before. It's the first time. Thanks to Allah, the perforation was sealed, and my patient became more stable in a dramatic response. His symptoms started to disappear gradually. His blood pressure raises to 140 over 80 after he was 80 over 50. And the LED had no residual significant change. The net result, on the right side, we have a class 3 L classification mid-segment LED perforation, and after using the self-made covered stent, we have